Hi, friends. My name's Njeri. I'm a senior in Maroon family. That's the family that meets on Wednesday, in case you're new here. I'm usually super jumbled with my thoughts, so I'll just tell you that I'm going to be talking about how I experienced God in spaces that I wasn't expecting in ways I hadn't thought about this summer. So I spent most of my time in Blacksburg in a full-time internship doing data science research. It was probably the most intense 10 weeks of my life. We were divided into 3 groups doing 3 different projects, and mine was on solar development, placement, and the effect on its community surrounding it. So I remember how much work it took to get our project done in that time and present it at the symposium in July. And doing administrative stuff for the International Furniture Drive. Shout out to all the people that helped us with that. Club leadership meetings, keeping up with my social life, and preparing for the next school year and dealing with some stuff in my personal life. I was really exhausted, and I wrestled with a new experience in my relationship with God, and that was to understand what it meant to represent and see God in a space where it might not feel super present. So as I mentioned, I was full-time, so I worked Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, not leaving a lot of time to do much else. There was 9 of us interns, and we ended up forming some sort of friendship. We were all really different people, so I guess in the real world, you could say, we likely wouldn't be friends. For me, I found it to be a blessing, but also a struggle. I love being around different people. It reminds me of how God has created us so beautifully unique. However, it was difficult sometimes because I was the only Christian there, and there were certain moments where the differences in beliefs caused rifts. While many people were kind and sometimes curious towards my faith, I remember enduring opposition towards Christianity on multiple occasions. That was the hard part, I think. I often asked God where he was because I felt as if he couldn't possibly be there. It was hard to picture that God was there the whole time. Despite feeling this, I also had more positive experiences. The people I was closest to in the internship were cool with my faith, and some of them would even initiate conversations with me about it. We did a lot together. We went to events around Blacksburg, to the beach, on hikes, and played a lot of pickleball. And when I say a lot of pickleball, I mean a lot of it. We played for hours every week, and by the time the internship ended, we had built this big group, and it was really easy to invite others. Now, if you had told me pickleball would be a space of presence this summer, I wouldn't have believed you because I had never played before that. But fast forward a couple months, and I'm itching to get back to it. I'm still mind blown at the way God can be so present in spaces you least expect it. While I wasn't out there pickling, I was seeing my own relationship with God growing as I sensed his presence in those spaces with my closer coworkers and just in the day-to-day. Last year, I went to LT, and this is not a plug, but I went, and if you don't know what that is, basically you learn how to live out your faith during your busy life in upstate New York. And I had never really come from this experience thinking, yeah, it's easier to keep up when life is crazy until this summer. There were things that LT taught me that helped me to balance my work and my personal life with my faith, which I was not expecting. Despite being the busiest I'd ever been in my life, I also had time to develop my relationship with the Lord, which was an unexpected and beautiful gift from this summer. Lastly, I learned to represent God by the way I loved the people in that space. I didn't attempt to be accepted. I didn't try to force anyone to believe what I did. I simply made space for the Spirit to be evident in me because we can't save anyone, but we can be a representation of the way Jesus can change someone, the way he and us can make someone think, oh, she or he is different. And that's exactly what I did, or at least I hope I did. One of my project mates who didn't really follow Jesus anymore told me near the end of the internship that I represented God's love, like it says in the Bible, so well. She was happy there was Christians in this world like me. That statement has stuck with me so much, not because it was a compliment towards me, but proved the power of just letting God's presence be known in the space he's placed you. And yeah, I'm Njeri, and that's my snapshot.